If you're over the age of 60, your doctor likely hasn't told you about 4 cheeses that you absolutely should be eating, and 4 that you should avoid at all costs. Without realizing it, choosing the wrong types of cheese can increase your risk of heart disease by up to 40%, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. The same study found that saturated fats in certain popular cheeses can silently contribute to artery blockage, rising blood pressure, and even transient ischemic attacks, also known as mini-strokes. What's especially troubling is that many of these risky cheeses are advertised as artisanal, gourmet, or even healthy, which makes them more deceptive and dangerous. But it's not just your heart that's at stake. Some cheeses can accelerate memory loss, disrupt blood sugar levels, and spark inflammation throughout the body. It might sound surprising, but something as simple as a grilled cheese or a creamy wedge on a cracker could be acting like a silent saboteur. Especially if you're over 60, when your body becomes less efficient at handling fat and sodium. And wait until you hear about the most dangerous cheese of them all. It's shockingly toxic and more harmful than you've been led to believe, and chances are, you've eaten it. So stick around, because we'll be revealing the cheese that some health experts now call a stroke on a plate. But don't panic. Not all cheeses are harmful. In fact, when chosen wisely, some cheeses can be incredibly beneficial for your digestion, cognition, and bone health. Before we dive in, let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Now, let's begin our countdown of the top 4 cheeses everyone over 60 should be enjoying. At number 4 is mozzarella, specifically, fresh or buffalo mozzarella. Forget everything you thought you knew about mozzarella. When it's fresh and minimally processed, it's one of the best cheeses you can enjoy in your 60s and beyond. Authentic mozzarella, especially true buffalo mozzarella, is made from just 4 ingredients: water, buffalo milk, salt, rennet, and cultures. Unlike the mass-produced shredded versions found in plastic bags at the supermarket, this traditional cheese is pure, protein-rich, low in sodium, and contains less saturated fat, making it a much healthier option. In fact, a 2022 study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who regularly consumed fresh, low-sodium cheeses like mozzarella showed improved vascular flexibility and experienced fewer arthritis flare-ups. This is likely due to its high calcium-to-sodium ratio and natural anti-inflammatory properties. Fresh mozzarella also stands out for its overall nutritional balance, which is particularly beneficial for older adults. Thanks to its lower lactose content, it's easier on the digestive system and is packed with essential minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and selenium. Buffalo milk, in particular, is richer in vitamin A, zinc, and antioxidants, all crucial for maintaining immune strength and supporting clear vision in aging individuals. Another major benefit is that mozzarella retains high levels of bioactive peptides, naturally occurring compounds formed during fermentation that have been shown to reduce blood pressure. It's also a solid source of conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, a fatty acid known to support fat metabolism and reduce inflammation. These 2 effects are especially important in managing chronic issues like joint pain and arthritis. And let's not forget, mozzarella is extremely versatile. You can enjoy it in a refreshing salad, melted over roasted vegetables, or layered with tomatoes, basil, and olive oil for a timeless caprese dish. It satisfies without being heavy. So if you're looking for a daily cheese that supports immune health, strong bones, and a healthy heart, without causing bloating or spikes in blood pressure, mozzarella is an excellent option. Now let's move to number 3, feta cheese. Its tangy, salty bite often makes people think it's unhealthy, but that's not the full picture. In truth, when eaten in moderation, feta ranks among the best cheeses for people over 60. Typically made from sheep's milk or a blend of sheep and goat milk, feta contains a different protein makeup that's gentler on aging stomachs. Plus, it's lower in lactose than cow's milk cheeses, which makes it easier to digest. What really sets feta apart is its nutrient profile. It's lower in fat than many creamier cheeses but still packed with calcium, protein, and vitamin B12, key nutrients that support nerve health, strong bones, and preserving muscle mass as we age. One of feta's biggest benefits? It's rich in probiotics, the good bacteria that keep your gut healthy. For seniors dealing with digestive changes or reduced microbiome diversity due to age or medication, probiotic-rich foods like feta can help ease digestion, reduce bloating, and strengthen immune function. And thanks to its bold, briny flavor, just a small portion is enough to add big taste, without loading up on calories or salt. Another plus, feta's crumbly texture naturally promotes moderation. Just a sprinkle over roasted vegetables or a salad can enhance both the flavor and nutrition of your meal without overdoing it. And if you're concerned about sodium, there's a simple trick. Rinsing feta before eating can reduce its salt content by up to 30%, making it even safer for those managing high blood pressure. Coming in at number 2 is Swiss cheese, easily recognized by its signature holes and mild, nutty taste. Swiss cheese offers a surprisingly wide range of health benefits for older adults. Perhaps its most standout feature is its very low sodium content, only 54 milligrams per ounce, which is roughly 75% less than that of many other aged cheeses. This makes it a heart-smart option for seniors trying to manage blood pressure or heart conditions. Swiss is also one of the most naturally lactose-free cheeses, thanks to its aging process which breaks down lactose almost entirely. This makes it an ideal choice for older individuals who become more lactose-sensitive over time. Interestingly, Swiss cheese is made with specific bacterial strains, most notably Propionibacterium freudenreichi, that produce health-boosting compounds during fermentation. These have been linked to stronger immune responses in aging populations. One of those compounds is vitamin K2, which plays a critical role in redirecting calcium away from the arteries and into the bones, where it belongs. This is vital for preventing arterial calcification while strengthening bone density. Swiss cheese also delivers about 220 milligrams of calcium per ounce, an excellent amount for older adults dealing with bone loss related to aging. It's also packed with high-quality protein, nearly 8 grams per ounce, providing essential amino acids that help combat the muscle loss that tends to accelerate after age 60. Plus, Swiss cheese is a great source of vitamin B12, offering nearly 16% of your daily recommended intake in just 1 ounce. This is especially beneficial for brain health, since B12 absorption often declines with age, potentially affecting cognitive performance. Interestingly, recent studies show that the unique fatty acid profile of Alpine-style cheeses like Swiss may help reduce markers of inflammation in older adults. And those iconic holes? They're not just for show. They're created by gas-producing bacteria during fermentation, which actually help break down the cheese as it ages, making it easier to digest for aging digestive systems. Now, taking the top spot. Goat cheese. This is one cheese that absolutely deserves a permanent place in your fridge after the age of 60. Goat cheese isn't just creamy and flavorful, it's also one of the most nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, and digestible cheeses available. Its fats are made up of short and medium-chain fatty acids, which are naturally suited to your body's needs. So, what does that mean for you? As your metabolism slows with age, these fats are easier for your liver to process and far less likely to be stored as body fat. Even better, goat cheese typically contains less casein, the primary dairy protein that many people struggle to digest, as well as lower levels of lactose, making it gentler on the stomach and less likely to trigger bloating or discomfort. Goat cheese is also packed with probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that support immunity, digestion, and even mental well-being. As we age, the diversity of our gut microbiome tends to decline, weakening immune defenses and increasing inflammation. Goat cheese helps restore balance naturally. It's also high in zinc, which aids tissue repair and immune response, and selenium, a mineral vital for thyroid function and antioxidant protection. But perhaps the most underrated benefit of goat cheese is what it does for the brain. It contains healthy omega-3 fatty acids and a unique form of vitamin A that's been linked to enhanced memory and sharper cognition. In fact, researchers are now exploring the role of nutrient-rich cheeses like goat cheese in slowing cognitive decline and possibly even delaying Alzheimer's symptoms. Another big plus, goat cheese is clean and simple. It's made with minimal ingredients and contains no artificial additives or preservatives. Unlike many processed cheeses, goat cheese enhances meals with real flavor and real health benefits, whether it's crumbled over greens, spread on whole grain toast, or folded into a veggie omelet. Fourth on the list of cheeses to avoid is American cheese. While it may stir up fond memories of childhood grilled cheese sandwiches, this cheese-like product has no place in a healthy diet after 60. To be clear, American cheese isn't real cheese, it's a heavily processed item made from a blend of real cheese, emulsifiers, added salt, artificial colors, and preservatives. The sodium content alone is a red flag. Just one slice delivers around 15% of your daily recommended intake. For seniors managing high blood pressure or heart concerns, this extra salt burden can seriously undermine cardiovascular health. As we age, maintaining a healthy gut microbiome becomes increasingly important since gut health has a direct impact on inflammation and immune function. The emulsifiers used to create American cheese's silky texture have been shown to disrupt gut bacteria balance. On top of that, many processed cheeses are loaded with artificial phosphates, additives that interfere with your body's ability to absorb calcium. This is particularly concerning for older adults already facing age-related bone density issues. Studies have also linked these synthetic phosphates to accelerated arterial calcification, basically, a faster than normal hardening of the arteries. With so many better cheese options available that satisfy both your taste buds and your health needs, the convenience of American cheese simply isn't worth the risks. Number 3 is blue cheese, a variety that often carries an air of gourmet sophistication. But for older adults, it can present some unexpected dangers. The distinctive veins and tangy flavor come from penicillium mold, which creates compounds like tyramine and histamine. Younger bodies typically metabolize these easily, but aging reduces enzymatic efficiency, allowing these substances to linger. A 2023 study in food chemistry highlighted how tyramine buildup in seniors can trigger migraines, sharp spikes in blood pressure, and even irregular heart rhythms. What starts as lightheadedness or a strange flush can escalate into symptoms serious enough for a trip to the ER. Blue cheese also comes with a higher risk of listeria contamination, especially if it's soft, unpasteurized, or stored improperly. For anyone with a weakened immune system, this infection can be life-threatening, and it strikes quietly. Early signs may include heart palpitations, facial flushing, or headaches, often misread as minor or age-related issues. Soon after, it can progress to chest tightness, ringing in the ears, and crushing pressure that feels more like stress than a medical red flag. In reality, what's happening is a silent breakdown in vascular stability, triggered by neurotoxins and mold-based compounds. If you have kidney problems or high blood pressure, blue cheese should be completely off your plate. With more than 400 milligrams of sodium per ounce, blue cheese ranks among the saltiest cheeses available. Some versions with added cream content double that figure. For older adults, this presents a dangerous combination, sky-high salt paired with saturated fat, creating a perfect storm for increased blood pressure, arterial stiffness, and cardiovascular strain. Most people wouldn't link their favorite wedge of blue cheese to recurring headaches or digestive discomfort. Yet for many seniors, it's an unsuspected trigger of chronic, unexplained symptoms. Second on the list of cheeses to avoid, cream cheese. At first glance, cream cheese may seem fairly harmless, soft, spreadable, and a breakfast favorite on bagels. But that smooth texture masks what is essentially a saturated fat bomb, particularly concerning for anyone over 60. Cream cheese is low in protein and sky-high in unhealthy fats. In short, it's a calorie-dense, nutrient-poor food that provides little of what the aging body truly needs. Instead of fueling you, it contributes to fat accumulation, especially around the midsection. When you combine this with a slower metabolism caused by age-related muscle loss, cream cheese becomes a real hurdle for weight management. But that's not the only concern. Due to its soft, moist texture, cream cheese also has a higher risk of harboring Listeria monocytogenes, a dangerous bacterium particularly hazardous for older adults. Listeria infections go far beyond stomach upset in the elderly. They can lead to life-threatening conditions such as septicemia or meningitis, especially for those with weakened immune systems. The risk increases when cream cheese is left unrefrigerated, like at breakfast buffets or casual gatherings. And it gets worse. Many cream cheese varieties are sweetened with flavors like honey walnut, blueberry, or strawberry, masking added sugars that worsen the problem. These sugars spike insulin, promote abdominal fat storage, and drive inflammation. So what seems like an innocent breakfast spread can actually be a triple threat: high in fat, sugar, and bacterial risk. For seniors, it's a danger that's often overlooked. In first place, the absolute worst cheese for people over 60 is processed cheese spreads. Found in tubs, jars, or those foil-wrapped wedges, these ultra-processed products are the very definition of stroke on a plate. Despite their friendly marketing as easy, snackable, or kid-approved, the reality is far from benign. For anyone over 60, this is the single most dangerous cheese to keep in your kitchen. Why? Because it combines the worst qualities of every previous offender: an overload of chemical additives, sky-high levels of saturated fat, and an alarming sodium content. What makes processed cheese spreads especially toxic is how they're made. These products aren't simply softened cheeses. They're chemically engineered, treated with emulsifiers, stabilizers, and preservatives like sodium phosphate, a compound that's been directly linked to kidney damage. That's right, kidney damage. These phosphate additives can significantly worsen already declining kidney function, which is increasingly common with age. Over time, this stress on your kidneys can lead to chronic kidney disease or even outright kidney failure. And this isn't fringe science. Reputable organizations, including the National Kidney Foundation, have highlighted the clear connection between phosphate additives and deteriorating kidney health. But that's only part of the problem. Some of these spreads also contain trans fats or partially hydrogenated oils, ingredients banned in many countries for good reason. Trans fats are infamous for raising LDL, bad cholesterol, lowering HDL, good cholesterol, and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. People often mistake the soft texture for something light or harmless, but nutritionally, it's far more harmful than traditional cheese. What's more, the synthetic compounds in these products have inflammatory effects that can impair brain function, potentially accelerating cognitive decline in older adults. That's why this type of cheese isn't just unhealthy, it's biologically aggressive. If there's one cheese to eliminate from your fridge today, it's this one. In the end, cheese doesn't have to be the enemy of healthy aging. In fact, when chosen wisely, it can be one of the most satisfying and nourishing parts of your diet. The key is understanding which cheeses